10 SUVs. Zero apologies. We're talking about machines that humiliated sports cars on the Nürburgring. Machines that make your bank account physically unwell. 2026 is the year the SUV stopped asking for permission. Let's count them down. Number 10. BMW X6 M Competition. Cast your mind back to 2008. BMW released a car that confused the entire automotive world. It was too tall to be a coupe, too sloped to be an SUV. People called it ugly. They called it unnecessary. Then it sold and kept selling, because BMW wasn't building a car, they were inventing a category. The X6 M Competition is what happens when that category graduates and shows up to its own graduation doing a burnout. Visually, it's aggression on four wheels. The kidney grille is so wide it needs its own postcode. The roofline slices rearward like a blade. Quad exhausts sit at the rear like they're daring you to rev it. Inside, multifunction seats, merino leather, carbon fiber trim, and a digital cockpit that makes you feel less like a driver and more like mission control. Under the hood, a 4.4L twin-turbo V8 paired with a 48V mild hybrid system. Combined output, 617 horsepower, 750 Nm of torque. 0 to 100 in 3.8 seconds, in a car that weighs over 2 tons. Let that land. Starting price, around $120,000. For a machine that does luxury and lunacy simultaneously, that's almost reasonable. Number 9. Maserati Grecale Trofeo. The name comes from a wind that whips across the Mediterranean Sea. Maserati loves naming cars after winds: Ghibli, Bora, Levant. But the Trofeo? This isn't a gentle breeze. This is the one that rearranges your furniture. Born from Maserati's desire for a more compact, more aggressive SUV after the Levant, the Grecale arrived in 2022, and the Trofeo version brought something no one expected: the Tuno engine, the same V6 heart that beats inside the MC20 Supercar. In an SUV, 530 horsepower, 620 Nm, 0 to 100 in 3.8 seconds. Top speed, 285 km/h. On the outside, it has the wide, low stance that says performance, not pampered. Quad exhausts, sharp intakes, and Trofeo-specific detailing give it presence without screaming for attention. Inside, it's Italy in every material: premium leather, carbon fiber, digital dials, and a driver-focused cockpit that whispers, "We know why you're really here." Starting from around $117,000 to $120,000 in 2026. That buys you the Maserati sound, the Maserati badge, and a V6 engine engineered alongside a supercar. You're not buying an SUV, you're buying a bloodline. Number 8. Mercedes-AMG GLE 63 S Coupe. There's a quote that floats around AMG headquarters, probably unverified, definitely accurate: "We don't build boring cars." This proves it. The GLE Coupe started life as Mercedes' answer to the X6, a luxury SUV wearing a coupe silhouette. When it first appeared, critics asked why a family SUV needed a sloping roofline. Then the AMG version answered that question loudly. The hand-built 4.0L V8 biturbo, supported by mild hybrid tech, fires out 603 horsepower and 627 lb-ft of torque through AMG's Performance 4MATIC Plus all-wheel drive system. 0 to 100 in 3.9 seconds. Some sports cars see that number and question their own existence. The exterior is pure theater: Panamericana grille, massive flared arches, sloping roofline, and quad AMG exhaust stacked at the rear. It doesn't park, it lands. Inside, it's the opposite personality. Twin digital screens, premium leather, ambient lighting, sport seats. The outside says threat. The inside says, please make yourself comfortable. Starting price, $134,000. Add the options, and even the invoice starts making AMG sounds. Number 7, Audi RS Q8 Performance. This is the car that made Nürburgring veterans nervous. The RS Q8 Performance didn't just arrive and ask to be respected. It went to the ring, set a time that had sports car engineers checking their spreadsheets, and forced the question, what exactly is the point of a dedicated sports car if an SUV is faster? Built on the Q8 platform Audi introduced in 2018, the RS badge arrived in 2019. The performance version turned up with one mission, make it crazier. The 4.0L twin-turbo V8 produces 640 horsepower and 850 Nm of torque, enough to hit 0 to 100 in 6 seconds, in a car big enough to seat 5 adults and their luggage. Visually, the single-frame grille, black S-line details, wide air intakes, and muscular haunches give it the stance of a machine that's already annoyed at how slow traffic is moving. Inside, Audi's digital cockpit, Alcantara, carbon fiber, and a layout that somehow manages to feel like a luxury lounge and a performance simulator at the same time. Starting around $136,000. The person buying this isn't saving. They're buying a family car. The family just happens to be in an enormous hurry. Number 6, Porsche Cayenne Turbo GT. In 2002, when Porsche revealed the Cayenne, the purists revolted. Porsche, making an SUV? The brand was finished. A sellout. A disgrace. Then the profits rolled in. Then the Turbo GT happened, and suddenly nobody had anything to say. The Turbo GT took Porsche's already formidable SUV and turned it into a Nürburgring notching weapon. In 2021, it clocked a lap time that sent messages, in German, to every sports car brand on the planet. The message: your SUV problem just got worse. Coupe-shaped roofline, aggressive splitter, wide wheels, a rear spoiler large enough to generate real downforce on a car that weighs this much. It looks like it's mid-overtake even at a standstill. The 4.0L twin-turbo V8 produces 650 horsepower and 850 Nm, channeled through an 8-speed Tiptronic S and all-wheel drive. 0 to 100 in 3.3 seconds, for an SUV on road tires doing the school pickup. Inside: Alcantara sport seats, digital cockpit, premium materials, Porsche's precise luxury sport balance that refuses to compromise in either direction. Starting price, $214,800. And with options, patience is required. So is a second mortgage. Number 5, Bentley Bentayga Speed. Bentley didn't enter the SUV market. Bentley redefined what an SUV was allowed to be. When the Bentayga launched in 2015, it arrived with a simple proposition: what if the most luxurious car on the road was also the fastest SUV on the road? The Speed version is the answer to that question in its most uncompromising form. The new generation carries a 4.0L twin-turbo V8 producing 650 horsepower and 850 Nm of torque. 0 to 60 miles per hour in 3.4 seconds. Top speed, 310 kilometers per hour. Let that sink in, a Bentley, 310 kilometers per hour. Externally, the Bentayga Speed carries dark chrome details, a commanding grille, muscular bodywork, and an aristocratic stance that somehow communicates both royalty and menace. Inside, handcrafted leather, genuine wood veneers, polished metal inlays, and rear passenger comfort that makes business class feel like a budget airline. This is what it means when Bentley builds something serious. The Bentayga family starts from around $230,000. The Speed pushes toward $330,000 and beyond with options. But nobody buying a Bentayga Speed is asking, is this too much? They're asking, what else can I add? Number 4, Range Rover Sport SV. Imagine a car that just left the entrance of a 5-star hotel. Now imagine that same car, 30 seconds later, on a racetrack. Same car. No changes. No apologies. That is the Range Rover Sport SV. The Sport line launched in 2005 as Land Rover's sportier, more dynamic Range Rover. Over 2 decades, it became a global status symbol, the SUV for those who wanted presence and capability in a single package. The SV version is where the civility ends and the violence begins. Under the bonnet, a 4.4L twin-turbo mild hybrid V8 producing 635 horsepower and 800 Newton-meters. 0 to 100 in 3.8 seconds, in a full-size British luxury SUV. Externally, large intakes, an optional carbon fiber bonnet, aggressive bumpers, and a wide, muscular stance give it an aristocratic aggression that very few cars at any price can replicate. Inside, premium leather, carbon fiber trim, large digital screens, massage seats, and the SV's dedicated performance seat system. It is the definition of effortless. Starting at around $180,000, rising sharply with options. The Sport SV doesn't choose between luxury and performance. It finds that choice offensive. Number 3, Aston Martin DBX 707. That number is not a coincidence. That is a declaration. When Aston Martin built its first SUV, the DBX, it was already a statement, a brand defined by sports cars and grand tourers stepping into SUV territory. Controversial, brave, successful. Then they built the 707, and controversy became irrelevant. 707 horsepower, 900 Newton-meters of torque, from a 4.0L twin-turbo V8. 0 to 60 miles per hour in 3.1 seconds. Top speed, 193 miles per hour, 310 kilometers per hour. This is not an SUV that performs like a sports car. This is a sports car that reluctantly agreed to have a back seat. The outside is pure Aston Martin drama, wide intakes, razor-sharp bumpers, rear diffuser, quad exhausts. The kind of visual presence that makes other cars in a car park look slightly embarrassed. Inside, premium leather, sport seats, carbon fiber details, next-generation infotainment. The craftsmanship is unmistakable, understated where it counts, dramatic where it matters. One final credential, the DBX 707 serves as the official medical car in Formula One. Not a sponsor, a participant. A car that operates at the edges of what a Formula One weekend demands. Starting from around $260,000 to $300,000 depending on market and configuration. For something that carries F1 credentials and British soul in a body this fast, that might actually be a bargain. Number 2, Ferrari Purosangue. For decades, Ferrari said no. No SUVs. Never. Not us. In 2022, they said yes. But Ferrari being Ferrari, they didn't just build an SUV, they built an argument. Purosangue, Italian for thoroughbred. And they meant it literally. A 6.5L naturally aspirated V12. 725 horsepower, 716 Newton-meters of torque. No turbos, no electrification shortcuts, just 12 cylinders breathing freely, screaming toward the red line, doing what Ferrari V12s have always done, making everyone stop what they're doing. 0 to 100 in 3.3 seconds. Top speed, over 310 kilometers per hour. Ferrari refuses to call this an SUV. And honestly, looking at it, long bonnet, muscular fenders, hidden rear doors, low and aggressive stance, you understand why. It doesn't look like an SUV trying to be a sports car. It looks like a sports car that grew up. Inside, for individual seats, premium leather, digital interfaces, a driver-focused cockpit even with passengers aboard. Ferrari makes it clear who this car was built for. price starts at around $400,000 and climbs aggressively from there. But someone buying a Purosangue isn't writing a check for a car, they're writing it for the right to say, "My family car has a V12. Number 1. Lamborghini Urus SE. Everything else on this list apologizes, subtly, in its own way. They park politely. They arrive quietly. They wear their performance like a secret. Lamborghini doesn't do secrets. The Urus launched in 2018, a Lamborghini Raging Bull badge, angular aggression, supercar soul in an SUV body. The automotive world either loved it or called it a contradiction. It became Lamborghini's best-selling car. History settled the debate. The Urus SE arrived in 2024 and rewrote the rulebook again, Lamborghini's first plug-in hybrid super SUV. Under the hood, a 4.0L twin-turbo V8 working alongside an electric motor. Combined output, 800 CV, 950 Nm of torque. 0 to 100 in 3.4 seconds. Top speed, 312 km/h, 800 horsepower in an SUV, with enough torque to embarrass supercars that cost the same money. The exterior is redesigned and sharper than ever. A new front end, LED headlights that look like they're already angry, wide body, aggressive rear. The Urus SE doesn't blend into traffic. It parts it. Inside, large screens, premium leather, carbon fiber, sport seats, and Lamborghini's signature futuristic cockpit, the kind of interior where you sit down and immediately want to go somewhere very fast. Starting price, $260,000 to $280,000. But with Lamborghini, the starting price is just the entry ticket. The real total arrives when you start ticking options. And you will tick options. Because if you're spending $250,000 on an SUV, you're not stopping at the base. 10 SUVs, each one a different kind of insane. From the BMW that invented a category, to the Lamborghini that made performance SUVs look slow. 2026 is the year this segment became genuinely untouchable. Which one would be in your garage? Let us know in the comments. And if you haven't subscribed yet, you're already missing the next one. Drift Runner.